One of my favorite things is hiking in the pristine wilderness. The smell of the trees, beautiful rugged mountain scenery, the sense of accomplishment when I reach my destination after a hard day.
I love moving fast and the rush of adrenaline when I'm pushing the limits. Whether it's snowmobiling up a mountain in fresh powder, bungee jumping, or surfing a wave, I live for the thrill of adventure and the extreme.
What would you do if you lost the use of your legs tomorrow? How could you still participate in the activities you love?
This is the story of two BC companies that are shattering limitations, making people's dreams come true, and making the impossible possible.
When former Vancouver mayor and nature lover Sam Sullivan was 19, a skiing accident left him a quadriplegic. After battling depression for years, Sam started a disability foundation which evolved the BC Mobility Opportunities Society, doing kayaking, sailing, and gliding trips for people with physical limitations. In 1995, Sam, along with the Tetra Society, developed the Trail Rider, a specially designed wheelchair with one wheel to be pulled by two Sherpas that would allow people without the use of their legs the pristine wilderness experience that most of us take for granted.
A lot of people describe it as an off-road wheelchair that resembles a rickshaw. You've got two outriggers out on the front, where your front Sherpa, we call them, will hold on and pull and steer. And on the back, you have some handles at different angles, and they do most of the stability work on the back.
My favorite experience with BCMOS was our hike to Garibaldi. Really, it was an incredible trip. We did an interview with Eric at the top, and he spoke about how we lent our legs to him so that he could see something he would never see in his life.
You know, without the help of others, I couldn't have been out here, and without the Trail Rider, it wouldn't have been possible. And it's been an excellent exercise to reminding yourself what you can gain when you do let other people into your life and share and help you out. If I didn't want to give myself over to the trust of others, then I would have missed this amazing experience.
It's very hard for someone with a fresh spinal cord injury, new disability, just learning to live their life with this mobility issue, and to go out and almost swallow your pride and let people lend you their legs. It's a big step for them, and it's a big step in their life. I'm a lucky person to be able to have these role models in my life.
I'm Louisa Bridgman. I'm a client of BCMOS. I'm a 34-year-old woman with cerebral palsy, considered a high-functioning quadriplegic. I've done, I believe, 8 trips, and most of the trips were in Pacific Stroke Park. With the Trail Rider and with the Sherpas, like, they actually lift you up over logs and physically lift you over things. So there's really no limitation to where this thing can go. So the Trail Rider allows you to experience things that you would never experience before. It also allows us to break down that wall, because I find society has too many barriers, and it allows us to break those down. I find that a lot of able-bodied people put disabled people in a little box. This allows us to show those skeptical people that we don't just live inside this little box. We're just as adventurous and active and functioning as they are.
Kareem Ladke is the owner and co-founder of 9 Lives Adventures, a new tourism company that provides exciting opportunities for people with physical disabilities. After watching the 2010 Vancouver Paralympic Games and recovering from his own spinal cord injury in 2007, Kareem developed a strong admiration for those living with disabilities. This inspiration drove him to start an awareness tour documenting the challenges that disabled adventure seekers face. The response was enough to turn this desire into a full business operation he named 9 Lives Adventures, which is aimed at breaking down barriers for people in wheelchairs and people with other physical challenges.
9 Lives Adventures is actually a project that I created 2 years ago, and we thrive in creating the most adventure-filled, adrenaline-filled activity, outdoor rec tours and programs for people with different disabilities. Typically what we offer for our tours and for our guests are mix and match of bungee jumping, ATVing, skydiving, jet boating, and wind tunnel flying. Mountain sports such as sledding, powder skiing, sit skiing, heli skiing, cat skiing, things like that. I'd say the biggest challenge with working with physically disabled people is the vast range of different types of disabilities that people have. It takes a lot more organization and preparation to bring these people to their tour operators, so the hardest thing to get done is to try and get everyone to have the same experience. We've connected with the Vancouver Parks and Rec Commission, trying to create the very first wheelchair skateboarding and wheelchair skills camps for youth and adult programs, potentially creating a whole new sport in Vancouver and into the whole skateboarding community. The 9 Lives Adventures vision right now is to become the motivational tool for lots of people living with different disabilities. Being told that you can't do something for so long and actually coming out on a tour where people are opening up the doors for you to try something like this, I think there's something to be said about it. We don't try and pamper, but we try and assist to get people to try something brand new. All you gotta do is bring it close, and 9 Lives will take care of the rest.
9 Lives Adventures has changed my life, and it's going to change many other lives in the future.
Everyone experiences challenges in their life, though some more than others. Through adventure and outdoor tourism, companies like the BC Mobility Opportunities Service and 9 Lives Adventures hope to get people with disabilities to question the limitations set upon them, to turn fear and doubt into excitement and self-worth.
These companies are also pushing able-bodied people to think outside of the box and pushing industry limitations to make outdoor adventure accessible to anyone who has the desire to live without barriers.
These companies rely on volunteers to provide the service that is so rewarding for their participants. If you would like to dedicate some of your time to changing someone's life, visit www.bcmos.org or www.9livesadventures.com.
Red Bull gives me legs.